So it is evident at this point in time that the story of Naruto is long gone. We all know this. We've seen the last chapter. If you read the manga, if you keep up with the manga instead of the actual anime, you know, we shouldn't really expect much more from Kishimoto when it comes to the Naruto arc, and that's okay. And the reason why I'm saying this the way I'm saying it is because Boruto is a start of a new generation. And what that means is basically we're not going to get the same exact thing that we got when Naruto first came out. And honestly, it's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, I do see where Kishimoto is coming from and where his team is coming from. Now, the one thing that I don't like right now is the fact that they're milking the shit out of their Boruto movie. Now, if you haven't seen the Boruto movie by now, even after watching my last video or any other video that had to do with the first manga chapter of Boruto and how everybody was up in a stir about it, you need to go watch that movie, because basically this manga, the chapter is pretty much a reiteration of that movie. It's been said before. Honestly, when it comes to milking things with these companies, I understand why they do it, because, you know, you have a fan base that likes this one thing and they want that thing to keep going. And so you say, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing this one thing that's making me the most money. Why the fuck not? That's kind of, you know, there's good milking and there's bad milking. There's the Mario milking, and then there's the Call of Duty milking. And after a while, you know, people get tired of that shit. Just take Assassin's Creed, for example. I mean, they have a movie coming out right now, and people are kind of sleeping on the movie just because of how long Ubisoft has been milking their series with Assassin's Creed. And I feel like Boruto is pretty much the Assassin's Creed equivalent of manga right now, and not even just manga, just anime in general. Now, the discussion that I want to have in regards to the Naruto and Boruto manga, how do you feel about this milking that's been going on so far? Like, how do you feel about the monotony of the Boruto manga, and where do you think Kishimoto is trying to take this story? Well, not even Kishimoto, his team. Where do you think his team is trying to take this story? Because as of right now, when I'm reading this manga, I'm sort of like, I feel disappointed, but I also feel like I've been slapped in the face a little bit, because I'm actually somebody that likes to see progression in story. And I feel like if I'm not getting anything new and I'm just seeing things that I've already seen before, there's no progression, which means there's no point into even reading the manga at this point in time. I just don't, I'm having mental breakdowns. I don't know what to do with myself right now. Now, at the beginning of this manga, if you've seen the movie, like I said, Sasuke brings on Boruto as his disciple, but before Sasuke takes him under his wing, he asks Boruto, do you know how to use the Rasengan? If you don't, I can't take you as my disciple. And Boruto then goes to train. Now, the only thing I would say that's different from the movie is the character design. I would have to say that besides Boruto and Naruto themselves, Sasuke, Sarada, Mitsuki, I believe Konohamaru, and a couple of other characters have costume changes. Now, this isn't a big deal because the animation, not the animation, but the way the characters are drawn, the art is actually still what I would consider to be trash. There might be some people that don't feel the same way I do, but that's pretty much how I feel about it. It really doesn't make any difference, to be honest. I don't know how to feel about Boruto at this moment in time. I don't know whether or not the Boruto manga was made for the purpose of actually milking out the movie, or if it was made for the purpose of continuing the story of Naruto, because at this point in time, like I said before, it just seems like everything is done. It just seems like when we got chapter 700 after the Naruto and Sasuke fight, that was pretty much it. Anything extra after that was pretty much just extra. And it just seems like Boruto is that type of thing that Kishimoto is squeezing out of his head, because it's like, okay, this is what made us money for the longest time. We're gonna need you to continue writing this story and trying to develop something so that we can continue making money, because your fans are gonna be your fans at the end of the day, and they're gonna eat this shit up regardless. And honestly, we're not. we're not gonna eat it up. At least not the majority of us. I remember when I first read Naruto. This was about, I want to say, damn, I don't even remember like when I really started getting into the manga. I think I was like in about 6th to 7th grade. And at the time I was living in Orlando, and I remember I would sit at like the bar that was in front of my kitchen, and I would use my mom's iPhone, the first generation iPhone, and I would just go online and just read the Naruto manga like all day. Like, I would not move from that spot because I was just so amazed at what I was seeing. And I remember the Naruto Neji fight and how hyped I was when I saw Naruto finally beat Neji, and even the Lee and Gaara fight, and even the Sasuke and Gaara fight. Like, it's so many fights in the first Naruto manga that I watched and read in my own spare time as a kid that just made me so excited. And I don't get that excitement anymore when reading the Naruto manga, or should I say the Boruto manga. I don't get the same amount of like hype that I just had. And honestly, as a fan of the series, it's quite disappointing, but I do understand, you know, that Naruto's done. It's over. Like, it's very heartbreaking to say it like that, but it's very true. I mean, it's a new generation of the story. It's his son, and you know, we're not gonna get the same thing, and it's very unfortunate. As a fan of the series and as a fan of Kishimoto and his writing, you know, I want to see him take the Boruto manga somewhere else. Like, I want to see him take it further than where it is right now, and I hope that it doesn't stay within this promotion phase of itself, and it develops into more of a story, because the Kawaki and Boruto fight seems like a really good fight. A lot of us wants to know what happened to Naruto, what happened to Sasuke, hell, what even happened to the rest of the Kage, Shikamaru, you know, everybody that could have played a huge role in protecting the Leaf Village. We don't know anything yet, and all we're getting is just filler. And you know, it's very upsetting as a fan to see where the Boruto manga is going right now. I would ask, as a community, for people who actually liked the Naruto and Naruto Shippuden manga to take a stand and just say, listen, this is not what we're going to stand for. This is not what we signed up for. This is not what we got invested into this story for. We don't want to continue seeing the same things over and over again just for the sake of promotion, because I feel like this is what Boruto is about. Boruto is here for the sake of promotion. It's here to say, hey, here's this idea. Naruto had a kid, he might be stronger than him. Oh, Naruto dies. Here's a shit ton of filler to help promote our movie that everybody has seen 100 times over. We should take a stand as fans and say, listen, we want new content. You're giving us a new story, you're building potential for a new story, and you're not giving us that. You're cock teasing us, and it's not right. And you know, that might just be me drawing to conclusions far too soon. Who knows? All I know is that as of right now, I'm very lost when it comes to Boruto. I could rant about this manga. I could get all upset and emotional about the manga, but it's like, I enjoyed Naruto for, I would have to say, 10 years. I would have to say I've enjoyed Naruto for just about 10 years, and to be honest with you, I got my fix, and I've enjoyed every single Naruto chapter and anime that I've seen up till now. And so I don't know, I would just have to say the Boruto manga as of right now, if you haven't read the first chapter and you've already seen the movie, I would highly recommend you skip out on these first couple of chapters. Just wait until the hype starts to pick back up on Boruto. That's if it does pick back up and they don't just end off the series with just straight filler. I highly recommend, if you've already seen the Boruto movie, you don't need to watch or even keep up with the Boruto manga as of right now. Like you just don't need to read any of the manga because it's pretty much just rehashments of the movie. Now, if you haven't seen the movie and you don't have any sources to watch the movie, I would say go ahead and read the manga. It's a very cheap, and by cheap I mean free, option to catch up on what's been going on after Naruto if you've been keeping up with the regular Naruto manga. I would recommend you do go ahead and read this manga chapter. You know, it's basically shot for shot, word for word, screen for screen, the Boruto movie just in manga form. I'm gonna go ahead and end it off with this, and I hope people understand where I'm coming from when I make this statement, but this goes to show just what money can do to an art form and how harmful it can be to the artist and their creation. I mean, when money's involved, it really does take away from the creativity of just everything that an artist is trying to put forward. And you know, it kind of sucks that things have to be that way. And I can kind of relate this to YouTube, although my channel might be small and I don't make money from this at all. Like, I do this pretty much just to pass time. It's pretty much like my hobby right now. I wouldn't want the money to take away from the creation of my channel. I wouldn't want that to take away from the videos that I make, and I wouldn't want it to take away from the fun that I have making these videos and actually putting my soul into these videos and putting my personality into these videos. I know a couple of YouTubers don't like a certain YouTuber who just uses clickbait in his videos, and you know, he makes shit topics in regards to these anime, but that just goes to show just what money can do to a channel and what money can do to a company and what money can do to a game, a TV show, a cartoon, just anything. It just goes to show that with the lack of creativity and the high demand for more content, you don't always get something that's genuine and legit. You don't always get that, and it's very unfortunate that things have to be that way, but that's just how money works. I hope people understand where I'm coming from when I make that statement. All I'm saying is to take away from this video, if you like the Naruto series and you want to see things do better, I would highly recommend just waiting on it, or just coming to the conclusion that Naruto is done and everything that we've been given so far has been absolutely amazing. I loved the ending for the Naruto manga, although I do feel like things should have been different. I mean, that is all in the beauty of enjoying an art form. You want things to be different, but that's just how things are right now. Kishimoto has given us years and years of quality content, and it just got to a point now where, you know, he's sort of just, to be honest with you, I don't know what he's trying to do. I feel like he's sort of trying to milk his product, but at the same time, I don't think he really has a choice right now to do so, as he's trying to continue on a story that, you know, he brought to our attention. But, you know, just take away from this video and from everything that you've been keeping up with so far that, you know, we're gonna get what we get, and whether or not we enjoy those things, that's just how things are gonna be right now. And there's no point in beating a dead horse and being angry about the same things, you know, over and over again. We should just take it how it is and just enjoy it for what it is, if that's what we want to do. But I'm not gonna continue talking. I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of here. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later.